I read 7 books last week. Here's part 2 of what I read this week with ratings and spice level. I read Wait With Me by Amy Dawes. This is the new special edition cover that just came out this week. This is under 300 pages if you're looking for a shorter read. And it's the kind of rom-com that just makes you love the genre. It's going to make you smile. It's sweet, it's quirky, it's spicy, and it's impossible not to fall in love with both of the main characters. So if you're looking for a wholesome but spicy rom-com, this is it. And it's got such a fun kind of meet cute. It's a writer who has lost her inspiration and finds it in the customer comfort center at a tire depot. It was so cute and so fun. Highly recommend it. Oh, and I forgot to give you the spice scale. So 3.75 stars in terms of the rating and 3 chili peppers. The next book I read was Midnight Valentine by J.T. Geisinger. J.T. Geisinger is quickly becoming one of my top 5 favorite authors, and this book is up in my top 3 from her. It completely pulled me under. I felt like I was living inside the story, and this was so emotional. I love it so much and I can't wait to read it again. The plot, you have a grieving FMC who decides to live out her dead husband's dreams and restore a B&B in the seaside Oregon town. She meets a grumpy and mute contractor, Theo, who has had his own demons and also had an accident 5 years ago, which is when her husband passed away from a car accident. There's an immediate dislike or that she perceives from him, but there's all of the uncanny things that start happening or that she finds that remind her of her husband. And there's kind of a little bit of like a magical realism element to it. And this book just hit so deep for me. It was a 5-star read in terms of spice. I would give it a 2.5 and just highly recommend if you're looking for something like an emotional love story. This feels a lot similar to Archer's Voice or Still Beating or those very kind of emotional love stories. And then the last book that I read was 36 Hours Date by Kelly Siskind. This is the second book that I've read by her, and I really enjoyed it. She is a smaller indie author. The premise of this book is that you have 2 former childhood best friends, Gwen and August, who both had always had feelings for each other but were too scared to tell each other. They finally told each other during one climactic night, and they ended up falling apart very quickly because of her betrayal. 9 years later, he comes back to town and they go on a kind of adventure to finally find her father, who she's never known. And I just felt like this 36-hour timeline and the tension behind the second chance element, both for them as friends and as potentially more, was just so compelling and enthralling, and it made it impossible to put down. This was just a very easy read. It's a great palate cleanser. So this one for me was a 3.5-star read in terms of spice. I would give it maybe 3 chili peppers. Overall, this was a fantastic reading week, and I can't wait to read some more amazing reads this week. If you are a romance book lover, please like and follow for more book recommendations. I read 4+ books a week and post daily.